Hey, welcome. It's Funtime Friday, and we got the studio loaded up with wonderful people. Funtime Friday's great. Just a little bit to let you know, today's not the greatest day for me. We do have a funeral to attend. Lifelong work co-partner, Sergeant Alan Flanagan is being laid rest today. I'll be leaving. We're going to actually have the show is going to go to 9:15, but we've got a wonderful group of people in here today. We are going to get done just a little bit early. And that was Anthony DeSaro playing the national anthem. Woo! He does such a good job. We like to change it up a little bit. Welcome, everybody. Miss Lois Bolin, Dr. Lois Bolin.
Hello, good morning.
PhD.
Piled higher and deeper, as my daddy used to say.
Lois has her player hating degree.
And Patrick Jira in the house.
There's the hip hop reference for you guys.
Okay. Play.
Too much hip hop.
Yeah, the hip hop culture. But yeah, so we're here live in the studio, and Lois gets in. She always gets on time, but she comes in hot.
I was on time.
But she's looking wonderful today.
Don't I look cute?
We've got a little bit of reasoning behind why she's dressed up a little bit for us. Obviously, some motivation to the troops back in the day. We can do it. We'll talk a little bit about Rosie and all that stuff. So, Patrick, it's Funtime Friday. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
He's hoping.
Yeah, looks like he's having fun.
You did a great podcast yesterday.
A lot of stuff going on, Lois.
Lost
think about 6 projects trying to jam into one, and
hey, that's a high class problem, baby.
you know, it's a good problem. I'm
High-class
very blessed. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, we're on. Can you hear us good? Just let us know if you have any issues. We're having fun here today. This is going to be a good one. It's Funtime Friday. A little bit of a sad day, like I said. Sergeant Alan Flanagan, we lost him with a tough battle with cancer. Love that guy. I get the goosebumps. His funeral's actually at 10, celebration of life. I'm just blessed to be able to go and attend. And I talked to him a couple days before he passed, and he lived life to his fullest, and God bless. But so
it's always hard.
It is. Yeah, all
Never
good.
Easy.
But so a little bit, Lois, you want to talk a little bit about why you are dressed up as Rosie today? And I've got a couple slides that can help us out, and we got a few things. But
that'd be good because I deleted mine off my page.
Let's go over here. I want to be able to find all of them. But if we go over and we kind of look a little bit, we can see.
All right.
With the story, group with the story. Let's see if we can bring that up. There's a little bit of it. I kind of cut her up there a little bit.
Okay, well, get us off of Rosie's face. Put it over on the other side. There you go.
You're asking a lot.
We're in this fancy new studio. This is fabulous. You do need a couple of flowers here, little curtains there, but that's okay.
I know. It's a work in progress.
Got it. Well, yes, today is National Rosie the Riveter Day, March 21st in 2021, it was proclaimed as National Rosie the Riveter Day. And it's a day to honor not just the women who worked during World War II, but it's now bringing it forward to all the women who do work in the workplace. And on the right there, you can see 2 photographs of the most iconic one is the one that's on the left during the strong. But then you've got the other one, which was Norman Rockwell's painting, and there's so much symbolism that's in symbolism that's in each of that photograph. And if you take time to study, you'll see her foot's on the meow cough. Yep. Hitler's yucky. Anyway, and you'll see her pose is I forget who was taken. It's from in the Sistine Chapel that he created her pose to look very angelic. And even how she's holding the sandwich and a little off to the side, you'll see there's a compact and a handkerchief. Anyway, the picture was to symbolize the wonderful American women who were called to work during World War II. They worked on planes. They worked for the Red Cross, any place they did. The picture to the left of that, I've had this outfit forever, obviously, and I like to wear it whenever there's a chance.
Oh, you look good in it too, Lois.
Yeah,
Lois, good.
I stream overalls good.
I want to just show, kind of you're up there now. Lois, always looking good. Get her.
Oh,
get your
my
box,
shoe.
your shoe.
This is my.
Show
box.
your shoe, and can you point it out to the camera straight ahead? And I don't know if you can see it, but what does it say on there, Lois?
It says that. Well, I was going to hold it up at the end and go, that's all, folks.
Let me see if I can. Let me see. I think I can bring it in. Let me see if I can bring it in on my phone. Lois, turn it over this way towards me.
Oh, towards you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let's see if we can do that.
That's all, folks?
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
These are my PF Flyer Roadrunners. Beep, beep. And then I have that in the code and have a good time.
Close up of Pat's always a good thing in the early morning.
Get away from my face.
Just get out of here. Yeah. So
stop messing around, Guerrette.
I know. I'm
you're having a great time.
Serious.
I got a lot going on.
You can see
a lot of buttons to push here.
Tim, this is the museum, military museum. Where they had the planes coming in, and I had some of our local Rosie the Riveters. You see those two ladies on the end next to Witchcraft. And so they came out to honor the World War II planes, and this is the military museum down at the local airport here. And so we've had a couple. Unfortunately, they're gone. But what I want people to also know is that you can become a Rosie. You can't become a Rosie the River, but you can be a Rosie to support the women of World War II and to keep this magical history alive. And somewhere there might be a picture.
I think we might have one you sent.
And putting up a link. Okay, here's the other girl. See the annex for the museum?
Here, let me make it so people can see the whole thing here.
Well, that's all right. We got to see the most important. Those three ladies are our Rosies. The lady on the far left is Hilda. Oh, Miss Hilda. She's such a darling. She actually worked on the P-29 plane.
Oh, really?
That's what they did.
Right?
The they worked on building planes in Michigan, California, et cetera, all the way around. Yeah. And they actually, a lot of times they signed on the inside their initials or names, so when the soldiers and flyers would see it. And this is one of the luncheon I had for our local Rosies. Invited these are some of our rosebuds. Each one of these ladies has joined Super Cold, like my shoes. They have become rosebuds, and they are supporting Rosie the River nationally, which they have their national conference coming up. But you can see the whole gang there and some of our fun peeps in the hood. And so it's super cool.
But thank you so much for doing what you do and keeping that spirit and keeping things alive. And it really means a lot to our community.
Keep the spirit alive. That was in 1945. That's what we want to do, because when World War II kicked in, the spirit was alive and people coalesced. It was like 9/11 when that first hit. Everybody was so excited and so patriotic, and then we let that slip and slide.
Yeah. Tim, how was it like fighting in World War II?
Hey, well, my Air Force days were 1986 to 1990. So I was just a little bit after mine, but there's and speaking about that, there's a couple vets that Lois know and I know, and we've tried to do some things to help them out. World War II vets still run around.
Oh, yes.
And we love.
How many World War II vets are still alive? Because I can't imagine it being
it's
big.
Narrow.
Yeah.
Hey, you got that iPhone there. Just ask Siri.
Yeah, that's true.
Let us know.
Tim says I'm not allowed to use my phone during the show.
Patrick's kind of got. He's one of our producers, so he can use his phone a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Just because
but we've had shout out to Wayne. Captain Wayne Smith is watching, so.
Hey, honey. I didn't send him a link, so he's not watching.
No, he is watching.
Hey, hold it real quick. I gotta go over to just while I got a second. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I'm trying to get my mouse here, but we've got number one guy who helped us out today in the studio. Hey. What did you do? You helped us out with the toilet. Got it fixed, right?
Fixed the toilet handle and
Big shout out to Acres Plumbing. We love you guys. They're right next door.
Shout out to Shane. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
I can use the toilet again.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick's good. He's happy now. He's happy now.
And you got your flapper working. That's pretty good.
The flapper's working.
It says between 3 to 500,000 alive.
I think that what date does that say?
300 to 5.
What year is that?
As of 2024.
As of 2024? Okay. Well, I know
but
we had.
That sounds like more than I thought, though. That can't be right, can it?
Well, if you divide it by 50, we had how many at our luncheon at barbecue? Like 7 or 8. But we're going to be starting at Southwest Florida Veterans Alliance and Fallen Officers. We're going to start the Veterans History Project, interviewing. Now that I see there's so many, we'd like to capture their stories and put it into the Library of Congress. I'll bring that back.
There's another number that says 66,000, which probably sounds more.
Well,
that's pretty high. Yeah. I mean,
you figure the people we had lunch with, there were 103, 101,
so that's Collier County.
99. That was just Collier County, but
yeah.
Got that good sunshine.
Southwest Florida, 239.
Yeah. Well, you guys will get to meet some of them tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a big event tomorrow. Gulf Coast Veterans and Friends luncheon, right?
Yep, it's a lunch.
It's going to be at noon.
It's at noon.
You're going to meet me here for something else, though. You got
right,
that
9:30. Right? I got that on my calendar.
Yeah, I got that on the calendar. We'll get that taken care of. But yeah, so what about the luncheon tomorrow?
Well,
I remember last year was great.
Every year they have a barbecue, bringing all the veterans, all the veterans group supporters and so forth together. And I brought a couple of pictures, and they have the are those the firefighters or the police, the junior academy? They have those guys there serving the ice cream. That's M&M Cafe. I'm pretty sure that donates that.
Big shout out.
Yeah, hey, Matt Moen.
Matt,
you should be listening. Wake up, boy.
Yeah, get up. Get out of bed, Matt.
And there's a line for the barbecue, and then they always have the opening ceremony and so forth. And it's just a great way, and certainly, it's going to be bittersweet Saturday because this is Jerry's station. And, it's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be, ooh, hey, Mom.
Good morning, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, so good to have you on.
Mama Jira.
I need to get her makeup tips and her dressing tips. She is one beautiful
classy,
lady.
Beautiful lady.
Oh, my God.
Put out a good son, too, by the way.
Well, she's not,
I
guess
she is
responsible for that. She can't be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Yes, she can be.
Mike did want to say, such a great thing you're doing, Lois. There isn't enough recognition for all these very special ladies.
Aww.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Mike, you're always there. Thank you for jumping in. For everybody else, make sure to comment. We got a lot of people watching right now, but we just need you all to comment. Ask questions.
And we got a special prize to give away today for Stump Jira, too. I just got notified.
Oh, yeah. Okay, real quick. Lois is with us here, but we'll get right back to those stories here in a minute. We play a game called Stump Pat Jira. And Stump Pat Jira is basically a game we play that if you know somebody that's playing in the NFL or has played since 1995, Pat will be able to tell you what college they played for. So, again, very knowledgeable about this stuff. Pat is very proud, and I'm glad that he's proud of this.
Well,
but
you sure are.
You
what are you
should
talking
be,
about?
smart guy. So, please, in the comments, just give us the name of the NFL football player that you know that has played, like I said, fairly recently. And Pat will go ahead and he will tell you what college you went to. And also, if you stump him, you will get a free shooting session from Cody Scott at the Alamo Gun Range. And that'll be really good.
Not only that, thank you to Mr. Bill Dobman. My Shower Door is going to donate 2 tickets for this Saturday, tomorrow at Lee Health Stadium for Minnesota Twins spring training as well. All right.
I love Mr. Shower Door.
So, yeah, my Shower Door, not Mr. My Shower.
Meredith.
My Shower Door.
Meredith's in the house. It's always good to have Meredith because when I know Meredith's on, we know we can ramp it up and we can really get a little bit crazy. So, Meredith, thank you so much for joining.
Morning, Meredith.
Remember, if you know somebody who played in the NFL, and I'm gonna throw somebody out there real quick. I'm gonna throw somebody out there real quick.
You might get me today. I'm going
Randall Cunningham.
3 hours of sleep. UNLV.
Okay.
Charlie Waters.
You're going back too far, Lois.
Well, God dang.
Lois.
Yeah. I know the name, but
Lois, you got it. You won.
You didn't listen
Dallas
to the
Cowboys.
rules. 1995.
Well, I can't get on the freaking Wi-Fi here to check the dates that he played.
Oh, you can't get on. You can't get on the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'll get it later.
We'll get it later. But yeah,
I still stumped him, y'all.
yeah, you did. Well, that's good.
And he played for Clemson.
And guess what happens?
Yeah.
Good school.
Cle-
You know who went to Clemson? Ronnie DeLuce, Lely High School legend.
Yeah. You know what that means? You lost.
I didn't lose. She didn't obey the rules.
Well, I don't know what the rule. I can't figure out what date it was, and you can't prove I'm wrong.
That's it, Lois.
You wanna bet?
Get him, Lois.
Well, I'm
wanna
doing
bet?
it now. You only have 10 seconds.
Want to bet?
Give us the countdown.
Lois, real quick. Department of Education.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the Department of Education, and because you being a PhD, smart lady, Donald Trump is basically saying, we're done with this. I personally understand it. A lot of people that I've talked to don't. Fill us in. Patrick, also jump in.
Well, they've been saying they wanted to get rid of it since Ronald Reagan. I mean, seriously, it's if you take a look at the scores, and I don't have that information here, but it has not been an uptick in the United States education. And so what are the $3 trillion? I think that's what they've spent since they started the Department of Education. And so with the number of people there, the bloat, couldn't the state and the individual counties handle their education better, give them that money for the extra training? So I'm thrilled that they don't have it. I taught for 5 years. Mm-hmm. I call it my tour of duty. I started one of the first alternative schools in South Carolina. And it was such a, and doing what we had to do, we had to turn all these studies, this different thing and so forth, and I could see how they manipulated. I thought, well, this is really dumb. We just need to be able to teach the kids and give them what they need. And yes, we should be able to, judge them on how that they've learned. But man, you've got schools that, they're kids that by 8th grade, they aren't even reading 2nd grade or 3rd grade level. That's just wrong. So I'm happy that they're doing it. Anything that has high bureaucracy that gets rid of it, and then you're going to bring it down to of course, we're going to have to deal with the state's bureaucracy, and that's just the way it is, but at least it's out of the national hands.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I was actually talking to a kid from the Czech Republic who's in high school now. I believe he's a junior, but he moved over here like his 7th or 8th grade year, and he basically says the stuff he's learning in high school here, they were teaching in 6th and 7th grade in Czech Republic, Europe. So we're definitely behind the times in public education. I think it's great that there's a lot of options now in terms of charter schools for our kids. My daughter personally goes to a charter school. So
I love charter schools.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Erica Donalds, because I know that she's a big champion.
She's working hard on that.
Yeah,
everybody thinks it's going to be so bad, but what they're worried about is the people that are going to be losing their jobs who were doing nothing anyway.
Correct.
And if you take a look at, oh man, I wish I'd taken, when we were talking about this, I'd have more notes. The bloat that's really in school, with the number of kids that are in school and the number of administrators, it's out of whack. Mm-hmm. You need more teachers than you need administrators, and you really need to really sort of cut down that bloat.
I think you need more teachers, better teachers, and pay teachers more too.
Well, yes.
Definitely, I think teachers are
and just
underpaid.
And take the stress off of them, because it used to be you had to test, you had to do the test, you had to teach to the test, which was really pretty stupid. It's just to free them up a little bit to do what they do best.
Yeah, and I think it's at another level of bureaucracy, right? Where you got the state and county really should be able to and have the ability to be able to handle this stuff at the local level. And you've got now the federal level. And they said, well, one of the reasons why they're there is to eliminate discrimination, all that stuff. The local level, the state level is going to handle that stuff.
Yes,
listen, we want to be fair to everybody. But
we
I
love
know
all children. We just don't want to be putting money in somebody's pocket. Explain to me why the president of the NEA, the Teachers Association, went to Ukraine to greet with Zelensky. Shouldn't get
just a lot of money.
But I'm like, what the hell are they doing there for? They're not doing anything for education over here. So it's because they line their pockets. And I just think we need to line our teachers' pockets first.
And one thing they did say is they're gonna hold, like, because the Department of Education is very big in the grants, Pell Grants, things like that. They said they're gonna hold that, and that's still going to be a duty of them. But what they're trying to do is shrink that fat and get rid of stuff that is not needed. And I think it's going to be uncomfortable for some people. I get it.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Learn to code.
Yeah. It's like think about like your kids when they ask you to go to Disney and you really don't have that much money in your checking account, and we say, "Yeah, we're not going to do this weekend. We're going to do something else."
Right.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do something else, shrink the fat. Make some tough decisions, but these are all decisions that should have been done before. Like you said, this has been long coming.
It's
So.
been
Long time coming, yeah.
Long time coming.
Yeah. So again, just a little
Trump
bit of
is
that.
dropping the hammer.
He's definitely dropping the hammer for sure. Before I go any further, I want to make sure we give a big shout out to our sponsors, and I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We got to thank the people.
Shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders.
Hey, Becca.
Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Hey, Becker Custom Builders, we love and adore them. They are big proponent and a big helping us here at the studio and making us look good. Helped us out with this wall, helped us out with a lot of good things. So, but yeah, Becker Custom Builders, gotta love them. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. We got a question. We got one in here for Pat. Finally, we got a good one. Let's see if we can. I think we got
we'll
one
determine that.
for.
Someone said turn the volume up too. I don't know. Are we not coming in loud enough?
We need the guys need a little bit louder. Maybe we can do that a little bit louder. Tell me.
Pat, you got to think.
Yeah, Ryan Lee.
It's an easy one. Washington State, second overall pick behind Peyton Manning.
Washington State.
Yeah, one of the biggest draft busts of all time.
I remember that. Is that loud enough? Is that loud enough?
Chargers traded 3 first-round picks.
Is the horn
What?
loud enough?
Wait a minute. What? Who traded 3 rounds?
The Chargers traded 3 first-round picks to move up and draft him. Basically set that franchise back about 5 years.
Bummer.
Yeah, and that was the same draft. Charles Woodson was in that draft and someone else, but it was a Peyton Manning draft. Peyton Manning was first overall in that draft.
Hey, Mike was saying about the volume. Is it a little bit better now, Mike? We just want to make sure we're getting out there to everybody. Got a few multitask things going on, but yeah. So
Lipstick up.
a little bit more. We got a few things that Lois we want to cover, I believe, for the weekend. What we have going on. It's another picture that we did not.
That's just from
get up
our
earlier.
and if you get online to Rosie the Riveter Association, you can buy some of these cute little things like the purse, the little bows, books written by Rosie the Riveters, not books, but stories that are compiled in books, aprons, just different things that you could do to bring into your home and to provide. It doesn't have to just be today. It could be any day. And take a look at those roses there. They actually promulgated a rose called the Rosie the Riveter Rose. I had planted a bunch around the community, but I think I've got the only one left, and it's looking pretty punk, so I'm going to have to get another one. But there are a lot of ways to honor and remember our World War II sisters.
That's cool. That's beautiful. What else we got on this slide, Tim?
She needs a pass. Yeah, on this slide we got another one coming up. Chief Carl, this is a big one, right?
Yeah. To all you folks out there, the Collier County Veterans Council meets the third Thursday of every month at City Hall. They've been around forever. They do the memorial day at Hodges Funeral Home. They do Veterans Day down at Canbier Park. They're involved with the July 4th parade. They do a lot of things. And finally, after 10 years, Jim Ellis passed away 10 years ago, and nobody wanted to take over the the presidency, because if you can imagine, it's like herding cats on Red Bull. Chief Carl stepped in, held it together, and so now, after 10 years, he is turning over the torch, passing the baton.
That's a pretty amazing statue of him. That was obviously Chief a couple of years ago, but that thing.
He was he is a stud. I mean, he still really is.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
He's a wonderful thing. But that was a bust. Oh my gosh, he is actually in. I think they have another one in a museum, but they were like people of Florida who represent the power of Florida, and I think that's going to stay in City Hall. That's where it's located now. It
should be.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well deserved.
Yes, and he got a
nice cake. Look at that.
That cake was, I'm not kidding you, 6 inch, half a foot tall. I think Mickelson Bakery did it. Y'all should be a sponsor of this show.
Is really good. I'll take that. They can pay me in sweets.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was wonderful. And y'all remember the new guy who's taken over. He's a Marine. But it's just, I haven't been to one of them. I used to go to them all the time, but I was at the meeting last night because I just wanted to see him really pass the torch, because he kept saying, I've got to let this go. I've got to let it go. We know if anything, it's hard to let go. But what a wonderful young man that's going to be taking over the program, and his parents were there last night.
Real quick.
Shoot.
My brother, my podcast partner, wants to give you a shout out, Lois.
Oh.
Mr. Larry Love. Says he loves you and thank you so much for being amazing since the first day he met you back in 2009. Loves the fact that you helped him grow and be active in the ladies group.
Well, okay, let's that was a Republican women's let's get that fact clear right here, Larry Love.
Larry Love, ladies.
Don't tie Lois up and all that.
I'm going to drop my own dimes on this. But, yes, we actually had, it was Martin Luther King parade.
Tell us about the first time you met Larry.
Well, it was I think it was tell me if I'm right, Larry Love.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
Of course we are. Shut your mouth, boy. I'll take my shoe and hit you with it. That's right.
Be another print on the shoe.
It was a Martin Luther King parade. Mm-hmm. And we had, Diane Van Paris and I had a convertible, and we drove Larry around and gave out goodies. And, of course, Larry hated all that attention.
Oh, yeah.
He's shy.
Yeah.
He's so shy. So that's when we first met, and we've always, I don't know, just clicked and chit-chat and trade stuff on, just whatever. I think that's the first time. I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong. But that was the first time we would see him around at various things. And I have a great picture of Larry with Byron and Wayne in the middle. Wayne's such a skinny-ass little boy. Yeah. These big guys. But he might be little, but he's mighty.
Larry brings a lot of spirit in the room and just a lot of light and all that. We have another fan I wanted to just throw out there. Chris Haskell, we are watching from Michigan. Meredith's friends, Chris.
Shout out to Michigan.
Addie, Michigan in the house.
Michigan.
A state I know fairly well.
Yeah, you do know fairly well. Yeah, you got some.
Why? Family?
No, I got married in Michigan.
Oh, well, there you go.
Michigan, yeah. Let's throw out some football players from Michigan. Who's the number one quarterback of all time?
In college or NFL?
Of all time.
Of all time.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's subjective.
Went to Michigan.
We're
asking you.
Tom Brady? Well, that's your opinion. Larry Love will tell you Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady.
Which is why nobody's picking up Aaron Rodgers right now. What's the scoop with that?
Prime.
Lois, do you think people don't want him and deal with him, or do you think that's
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, his attitude sucked.
I think
that's
got something to do.
Don't get me going on that.
Well, the last thing he says, I might could get another MVP award. Shut the hell up, son.
Lucky if you can.
Larry said we actually first one before. Then the next time we did at the parade. We actually, the first one, Tim, before
it's not popping up on mine. But.
Yeah. He says you guys met before.
Well, what is it? Give me the facts.
Now it's there.
It
says, Lois, it was funny. We actually, first one, Tim before, and then the next time we did.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, what was that time before? Refresh my memory.
Yeah. You got a funny Larry Love story you can share on air?
On air? No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'll keep it at that.
Noted.
Let's go back. We got a couple.
I
more
don't
things.
really. I'm just kidding.
Now I know that should I wait for the pizza when Blake gets on?
Blake,
yeah. So
Chef Blake Becker is probably getting his outfit.
Yeah, he gets
ready.
Get his costume. We cannot go through.
It's my favorite part
Patrick
of this
just
show.
he's just so excited right now. We cannot go through a 239 Live without mentioning.
Can't go through a day without mentioning 50 Cent. Actually, funny story yesterday.
50 cents.
On Blake's podcast, you had Jack Fisher on, a child actor, and he big hip hop fan, and naming off his favorite hip hop guys. And Blake's like, "Did he miss anyone?" I'm like, "Well, missed 50." And so.
Of course, he missed 50.
Was he hip hop or rap? I really. You guys talk about that, and I was going to look up the difference, and I really haven't.
I don't really. I think hip hop is more. Proper term, I guess, but it's kind of the same thing. But 50 Cent definitely one of the greats.
Yeah,
50 Cent, one of the greatest of all time.
Can you say 50 Cent again, Lois?
I love saying that. 50 Cent.
50 Cent. I lost my mouse on my thing here, so I'm trying to figure out how to
it's a tough
get
day,
rid of some
baby.
of these things out here.
So what are we talking about here? So 50 went on The Breakfast Club, I believe it was. And
he wanted him to perform. Okay.
Yeah, he turned down basically $3 million to perform for not yet President Trump at the time at the MSG rally right before the election. And his explanation, I'm curious to see what you guys think of it. He basically said, if he picks a political side, he's gonna make basically 50% of the people are gonna disagree with him. So basically 50% of his fan base goes back to the Michael Jordan.
I was going to say that.
You remember
exactly.
Michael Jordan didn't give all Republicans buy shoes as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of that stance? Or do you think, because we get on these celebrities when they do have a stance or athletes and say they should just stick to sports or acting. But then sometimes people get a backlash too because say, well, don't you have a backbone and come out with a stance? So he's kind of playing neutral, but if you follow Fitty...
He's playing who he is, I think.
Well...
You think that's who he is? I mean, he's just stating that.
No, and I think if you watch a lot of his posts and what he says, from just my guess, I think he probably leans a little more Republican or conservative.
Yeah, he does, because he likes making money and keeping his money and not giving so much in taxes.
Yeah, and I mean, true, rags to riches story coming up, shot... didn't know his mother killed when he was 8, and to make something of himself shows you anything can be done in America with hard work and a little talent as well.
Hey, honey, you figured it out. You got on Facebook to watch.
Wayne's on there. Wayne's on there listening.
What's your favorite 50 Cent song, Tim?
Favorite in the club.
Yeah,
in the club. You knew that one, right?
You be in the club.
I do all that one all the time.
Yeah, Timmy G.
So. Let me ask you this. Do you guys think, like Beyonce did it for Kamala, 50 Cent didn't do it?
She got paid, $10 million?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
What's your thought about that?
J-Lo.
About paying these folks to come in and show up?
Well, if I were a donor, I'd be hugely ticked off, because I know unless you have your PAC pay for it, if that's the only way you can get someone to come in for your rally, just step down and get out of the way and let somebody else do it.
But
let AOC do cartwheels. That'll get some attention.
Yeah. There's a lot going on right now. The left side, and for those, again, we are political here because we want everybody to know that we are conservatives, right? But as far as being a conservative, being Republican versus Democrat, I'm just... common sense. We boils down to common sense to me. Now, the thing about the common sense to me versus somebody else is, two different things.
Well,
so
that's a given. You just got to say what you feel. Fine. Somebody else says something. That's great. That's your opinion too. But we also, if you've taken a look at any of the other Florida legislators stuff, I just heard this coming in about. They're going to set they're all trying to take away home rule from different counties. I don't think we have home rule here, but I've got to do some lookup on that.
Explain a little bit about that.
Well, I don't know. I was trying. Well, I couldn't Google.
Got a few things there.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's really kind of crazy. that they want to dictate. God dang it! Come on.
Yeah.
What each county can do, and Collier County has never had home rule. That means they have to defer to Tallahassee. They should have their own home rule, but I just had to Google it, and I was going to put it on Facebook for somebody to help me out to figure out.
Lois, who do you think's the best Florida governor of all time since you live in the state of Florida? Because we've had some good ones.
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm not trying to sound. Yeah, I mean, I like Scott. I love DeSantis, and I love Scott too. I know he gets a lot of.
I think Governor Scott was.
But I think
fantastic.
they both had their own thing in their own way, and Scott was. I really liked him, and I really liked DeSantis, except when he decided to run against Trump. That was just broke my heart. But he's back on the right path now, I think.
Yeah.
I think I got to go figure out this thing about home rule.
Taking little shots at Byron too, which I don't like.
Oh, well, that's just politics.
Yeah,
when you look at where Marco Rubio is now.
Is it politics though? But Byron
Little
took
Marco.
Little Marco, little hands
high
Marco.
road on that.
Yes, no, it's okay because you look at Ted Cruz. They're best friends with
Lying
Trump.
Ted.
Exactly.
Lying Ted Cruz.
And Marco is just
Little Marco.
Well, the thing about it is I got just a small taste in my election.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even anywhere near at the level, but the craziness that goes on, and some people said some things, and I know that the folks
What did they
that
say?
supported me. Well, they called me a rhino.
A rhino.
Number one, which is
crazy.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
but we
Meredith got him.
But we kind of let that go. But it's tough because you remember it. But the reality is if you look at how Trump's done everything, he basically rips people to shreds, and then he brings them back in the fold. And I appreciate somebody who doesn't hold grudges and jumps back up. And now I got a few people that I don't necessarily love and care for, but I will shake their hands. I'll be professional and move on because, like Lois says, it's politics.
Yeah,
It's
and you were
goes.
you absolutely handled everything with class, smile on your face, and
it was great.
Yeah,
But you have to know it's just politics, and you really have to get by that. But you don't necessarily want to put your back to them anytime soon. But you just it's politics.
And I wrote a couple emails, but they never were to everybody. They were to the individual people themselves. And I'm like, listen, I'm always gonna
confront you head on.
Go at you to your face. I won't go at you from.
That's one thing I love about you. He would go do it. I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, but I'm like, listen, hey, we'll get over it. There's a few things, but politics is crazy.
You don't want Timmy G after you put me in some kind of chokehold the other day, so don't mess with Timmy G.
Oh, we got the best 50 song is "I'm the Man."
That's a great one. It's actually, I'm the man, but no, that's a good one, Mike Val. That's. Well, some of his more recent stuff as well, but that's definitely up there for me.
Yeah. And then, of course, Lois's best outfit from Wayne Smith. We got to love that.
Oh, my God. I just can't believe he's learning. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Then Larry says, Lois is the coolest person, period, of all time. She cooler than me. Wow. If you're getting the stamp of approval.
That's a fact, Jack.
You're getting the Larry Love stamp. You're official now, Lois.
Oh, I'm official. Official.
I kind of want it, not to cut you off there, Patrick.
No.
We'll go forward, buddy. What you got?
No.
I got Lois here. I want to bring this one story up.
Hooters, okay.
Now, this
Tim's
is
favorite restaurant.
I like Twin Peaks better, to be quite honest with you. But
the food is good at Twin Peaks, actually.
Up. Now, the new Hooters in the Villages. I thought the Hooters were closing all over the country.
They're closing, not all of them.
But a lot, right?
A lot, yeah. Right, well, Twin Peaks is basically the kiss of death to Hooters. Yeah, I mean they're slowly putting them out of business.
Do they have loofahs? I hope they don't have to wear loofahs.
I thought the Villages where like old people get together and have.
You know what loofahs? You know what loofahs are?
Yeah,
I don't.
I heard the story.
I don't know what.
Let's keep him in the dark. No, just kidding.
For those of you who know who loofahs, please bring it in because
I heard the Villages like.
This is where I'm retired.
Diddy party.
This is
for
where I'm
old
retiring.
People.
It's big time party.
Yeah, Villages? That's
Villages.
So the Villages, a little bit about the loofahs. I kind of think it's kind of fun.
I know,
to be quite
it's
honest
all
with you. So the loofah is basically when you drive around your golf cart. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have a loofah depending on what you like. If you like guys, you put this color loofah. If you like to have other girls join you, you put that loofah on. If you're into
if you're ready. whatever.
Ready to rock and roll, you put this color loofah on. So when you drive around, people know without asking what you're about. So you get everybody drives golf carts up there. I've never been to the Village.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to take a little trip.
And I think the Villages is great. They need to have a little bit more. It's the highest STD in the state.
That's
true.
Is that true?
It may not be true now, but once upon a time it was because hey, they're free. They can do what they want to do.
Isn't it? That's what Diddy's kind of going to prison for. Is what's going on at the Villages?
What's that?
Free cops.
Yeah,
Diddy. Well, that's a little bit. The age difference is a little bit when you're 70 plus.
Yeah, but I mean.
No. If you're 70 plus versus
so if you're 70 plus, you can do that.
You can party hard, of course you can, but you can't do it if you're bringing in 14-year-olds and drugging them with whatever.
Thank you, Lois.
I didn't
boy,
see anything about
wake
underage girls on there.
For some reason,
Diddy's.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy, give me strength.
But anyway, so they're going to do a Hooters at the Villages, and I'm just wondering where they're going to recruit.
Is it going to be older girls too working at
That's
the
what I wanna
Villages?
know.
I think it should be. I think it should be.
And can you bring what's it called, loofah or whatever? Loofah. Can you bring that into
you take a bath and scrub with a loofah.
Can you bring that into the Hooters and then signal which?
Well, you wear it probably around your wrist.
Yeah, I don't.
Put a bow in your head.
But I was always wondering, like, what it's going to be like.
Allegedly. Let's put allegedly.
We always got to do. Allegedly. Thank you, Lois, for keeping us out of trouble.
Thank you.
PhD. Thank God we got her. She keeps us out of trouble and keeps me out of trouble on a daily basis. But yeah, no, I thought that was a very interesting story.
Yeah, it is.
Because
so that's why I always see the Villages on your homepage. When
yeah. I got no doubt.
Looking for property there.
Listen, when I turn 75, it's game on. I mean, I'm all about it. Whatever I can. I mean, probably my wife's a lot younger than me, so
you don't have to worry about that.
She probably won't. Yeah, she probably won't be accompanying me anytime soon.
No, she'll keep you busy enough.
Yeah.
With that dress she had on the other night, wow, she's pretty.
She's got a scene problem, Lois.
The thing is, we show up at this at a birthday get together, but we had another event to go to afterwards.
And then you flew to Vegas.
Yeah, I flew to Vegas that night. It was so funny.
You're busy.
I rode out there.
Two parties and then flew to Vegas.
And with the plane behind me said off to Vegas. Kidding around. I had 385 likes, and everybody sees me on Monday like, I thought you were in Vegas. I go, no, I never left. Think Tim Guerrette can afford to go to Vegas? No.
His wife just looked Vegas. I mean, she was hot.
She definitely outkicked my coverage on that.
Oh, yeah.
She's beautiful.
Right.
She's beautiful. Next story. This is a more serious story, obviously. I can't say victim of this, but I've had kids running around my neighborhood with these with these e-bikes. This poor young man, Clayton Miller, 14 years old. Yeah, he was struck by an SUV while riding his e-bike up on. It was at Lakeland, and I believe it was right there at Lakewood, and I'm trying to remember the cross street.
Whoa! Was in Lakewood?
It was on Lakewood Boulevard. Or Lakeland, I'm sorry, Lakeland. That's up in Willoughby Acres.
I thought it was Willoughby Acres.
Yeah, Willoughby
okay,
Acres,
all right, yeah.
So as you can see, this is a neighborhood just like anywhere else. I guess the kid, Clayton, drove through the intersection, and kids do that,
because they're not thinking.
Yeah, they're not thinking, and you're a 14-year-old kid, and you're out doing it. But God bless his family. God bless him,
and his friends. Sean Wayne's son was friends with him.
Yeah, the kid's got to be going through a lot. And then think about the person driving down the road that struck him as well. I mean, that's just one of those things. Have you guys seen the e-bikes running around? Those things beat me up.
They cut you off, and then they look at you like you're the jerk because they shot out of nowhere in front of you.
Yeah, well, maybe a little education we need to have, at least putting this up in the schools to know this is not a game. It's not like you're invincible.
Well, they want to do age restrictions on them too, right? Commissioner Colwell.
Yeah.
What? There was age restrictions.
There was actually at one point there was a 60. Depending on there's 3 different levels of e-bikes, depending on how fast they go, and there's different levels. I think on the fastest one that can go, I think up to like 33 miles an hour or whatever it is, you have to be 16. But they're trying to put some age restrictions on them. And essentially, when I was a kid, we didn't have an e-bike. We had a mini bike. We used to drive little mini bikes all over the street. So that wasn't safe either. But
I had skateboards with skating wheels on them. I had to take my skates apart and put it on a piece of a board, nail it in the back. Then I had them skateboard.
that was a skateboard then.
That was a skateboard.
Was it a 2x4, Lois?
Yeah,
or
it was a 2x4 cut in half. Had a long ride.
2x4. Yeah. So, but yeah, so they in all seriousness, what's the answer to these? Give me some comments if anybody's had any incidents. I live in my community. We've had kids running around up there, and
Well, it's
you
not
know,
any different.
and you don't see them at night. You don't see them.
Well, I know. We were coming back last night, and there were a couple of kids, but they were on regular bikes. If they're wearing dark clothes, you can't see them, and just be on the lookout. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think when you go to intersections, I mean, obviously
lights
the
on them, right?
kid runs through. The problem is I know right now Commissioner Colwell was talking about it. The problem is enforcement.
And real quick, why would that be a problem from a police law enforcement standpoint enforcing that?
Because I can tell you, like, when you're driving down the road as a police officer and you see 5 or 6 kids running on an e-bike, it's very difficult to get them all stopped, write them all citations, call their parents while you're trying to respond to another call somewhere else in the county.
But if you don't have another call and it's just one and it looks like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right?
You got 12 years of that. That's 60 years of age. They'll beat you up.
No, I'm saying if you see 1 or 2, you usually see a pack of them.
But I usually see those kids, like in our community, the problem is the resources to do that type of enforcement is very difficult to do, and it's time consuming. You
would know, so I'm not going to argue with that. But the bigger problem is these guys, you see them on the weekends, it's like the Tour de France, these cyclists on the road.
The bumblebees.
A group of like 12 guys in tights, and they take up the roads and lanes and think they own the road, and they're doing their own little Tour de France in Naples. I know Sab will agree with me on that. Bicyclists, or what are you, cyclists, whatever you want to call Lance Armstrong wannabes, freaking. Ever see those guys, like a group of 12 taking up the road like they own the road? And
they've been that same way. Even in the city of Naples, they used to stop the traffic. They would stop you so all the bikes could go through, which is not good or bad, right or wrong. I'm just saying that issue has been around forever.
You want to post Sab's comment?
Yeah, I'm going to put it up there real quick. A little bit tough to see, but unpopular opinion, if it has 2 wheels, it should be illegal to be on the road. Bikes, scooters, and motorcycles too.
Well, that's
what I said.
No, you're pretty much right. I don't know if motorcycles, but I mean,
it should be on the road. Well,
shouldn't be on the road.
Put it up a little
shouldn't.
bit.
Oh well,
Put it up a
motorcycle.
little bit where we can see it here a little bit better. Comes on. Like we talked about the bicyclists that get in groups and packs. And they go down the road, and like Lois said, a lot of times what they'll do is have a person in the lead that will actually stop cars so they can bust through the stop sign. So when I worked at the sheriff's office, we'd have continuous discussions with these folks and said, hey, listen, you're not doing yourself any favors by violating the rules of the road, because they were very upset a lot of times with the motorists coming too close to them. And I'll be quite honest with you. I'm not going to drive down Vanderbilt Beach Road in a bike path that's about 18 inches wide because all it takes is one person looking at their phone or not paying attention.
Or hitting a rock.
Or their car goes a little bit off balance and runs you over, and they'll be like, what was that? What did I just hit? A bicycle.
Well, I think if from now on they should always, with their building roads, always include a bike path that connects to another one. So there's more. I know they have a national bike path initiative, but just be sure that every new road has room for a bike path and give them space. I give them wide berth. I go way over in the other lanes. I don't want something with a bunch of Lance Armstrongs on all.
Give me a break.
That means they're doing drugs if they're Lance Armstrong.
Sam says bike lanes don't work.
I know.
One ball wonder, right?
Yeah, there we go.
We should have kept the railroad tracks and built a road on that for the bikes. That would have been great. But
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, hindsight's
You know,
20/20.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are dangerous too. I have
You
a
think?
Harley. Harley's still in the garage. It's a 2013, so
So
it's
you have one to this day?
yeah, it's 12 years old.
Really?
It's got 1,800 miles on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so yeah, it's
You want to donate that to a
You should
charity?
go to
Good
Sturgis, Tim.
write-off.
yeah, I probably should, but yeah, you know, donate it.
Sturgis.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, go to Sturgis. But yeah, so they they're definitely dangerous, no doubt about it. But I will say that.
Well, you're not going to tell Rolling Thunder to give up their bicycles. I mean, not bicycles, motorcycles. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's just one of those things. We do have, and I gotta get him in here.
Yeah, is he in?
I heard his.
Yeah, we got.
No, that's not Blake.
We
That's
got Blake
that's not
on
his
here.
car.
I've got to.
Blake's going to be on remote.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's on the remote. We got to.
Is he in the green room?
We got to get him in here.
I can't wait to see what he's wearing. Pause.
Pause.
Whoops.
Yeah, we might take us a second to get him on here, but
Chef
let me
Blake Becker's. I know a couple people are tuning in just to see
Blake Becker.
Chef. It's Chef to you, sir.
Chef
Oh,
Boyar
Chef.
Blaker.
I gotta
Chef.
call him. I gotta
Chef
call him
Boyar Blaker.
Chef. Sorry,
Come on,
Chef.
guys. Come
Sorry,
on.
Chef. Real quick, let's see if we can get the chef on.
Let me tag
and
Giuseppe's in here too.
what's that?
I'm going to tag San Giuseppe's in here.
Yeah.
They're
Wayne,
kind-
if you're listening, I
Let's see.
can't answer the phone.
Oh, who do we have here?
What
He's going straight up to the. I've got to find a way to
Not
get.
Look,
Oh,
where
that
I
looks
can
so
see him.
lovely.
Look at him. Look
got-
at him.
Look at those hands.
Oh, there you go. There you go. What's up, Chef? How you doing, my friend?
Just make a little pizza.
You're taking this 239 live thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. This is Blake Becker, Chef Blake Becker.
Chef Blake Becker, sir.
Yeah.
Show some respect to the chef.
I did say chef. And he's not only a builder, one of our best builders here in Collier County, but also chef.
Yeah.
Blake Becker.
That's a Rosie the Riveter. That's Rosie the Riveter.
I'm not sure who's doing those. I don't know how that can be done.
Who gave you
Is that Patrick?
Okay, well,
Somebody gave him a thumbs down. I did not have anything to do with that.
Whoa,
Oh!
Shots fired. Shots fired.
We got a couple people laughing at you.
Hey, Blake's
but-
connected out in L.A. now, so be careful.
Yeah, he's connected out there. So, Blake, good morning. How you doing, my friend? I'm glad you got
It's
the
a beautiful
sun
morning.
beating
First of
right
all,
on.
I can act as the 239 live weatherman and tell you that the weather out here on my lanai is absolutely beautiful. Nice, chill morning. Perfect time to do a remote food review. Friday food review with Chef Blake. Let's go.
Did you do your cold plunge this morning?
No, I figured I'd wait till I had to be on the air with you and the stress and the anxiety that would cause. I would do my cold plunge after
Wait till
that.
you talk to me about 15 minutes. That your stress level is going to go up even more.
Let's go.
Let's go. He said, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This food review is a good one, right? So we've got
Giuseppe.
and I've got to turn down some audio effects here, but let's go ahead and
We,
bring this up. I don't know if you can see it.
So that's with the owner there, Blake Becker, under the
San Giuseppe.
very friendly owner service. We had a really good lunch yesterday at San Giuseppe's, and I think we're going to go into Chef Blake's review from there, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you want to do a little bit of your
Well, why don't you want to play the video first?
yeah, let's play your
Play the
video.
clip.
Let's play the clip.
Play the clip, and then I'll
just
give you a
yeah, we just
play-by-play.
yeah.
Hey, we're
our
running the show here.
experience.
You relax.
Yeah, we're
Calm down, Chef. We got this.
Yeah, we're running the show here, but let's
Here we
go
go.
ahead. I want to play
Shout-
this video.
That's your favorite view of me right there, Patrick. That's my backside.
Shout out to Jira Media for.
Gyro Media brings it in. Hopefully we can hear it. I don't know.
Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah, can you hear it?
Oh,
Can hear it.
nice.
Hey, you get pizza, all kinds of different pizzas
Pizza,
by the
pizza.
slice.
Wow.
Mamma mia.
You guys want to know what a $4 cookie is?
That's right. A $4 cookie.
Look at the size of that thing. Pause.
That's what she said.
And the Carolinas, we call them big ass cookies.
Look at this.
I like that, Lois. I like that.
A little bit of belly.
Look at that flop, guys.
The little belly flop.
Look at that
Not
flop.
too bad.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Right.
Look at that bite. You can't teach that. You can't teach that kind of bite.
No, you gotta watch. You gotta watch a lot of other famous pizza review guys.
It goes all in.
Almost like Barstool.
have to give it like an 8.
Exactly.
Danny, if you close the door, the probably echo will go away.
Mozzarella. A little bit more flop here. A little bit belly flop right here. We call this belly flop. Undercarriage is nice and crispy. We're gonna go right into that ricotta
Watch.
and
Well,
mozzarella.
look at this bite.
It was impressive.
Now that's an Italian piece of pie right there. $1 cookie. Guys.
It's a challenge to make eating
Yeah, beautiful
good.
cookie.
I'm gonna just put that out
Nice
there.
and warm.
Nice and warm.
Tons of chocolate chips.
My trainer did not like this video.
What's the address?
No, Francesca actually lit me up last night and said, "Why are you taking why are you guys doing food reviews at all these pizza places?" I say, "I am not responsible for Blake Becker's eating decision." So I apologize, Francesca. Blake is an adult and he makes his own decisions on where he wants to eat. But shout out to San Giuseppe's, and I know Blake's going to go into further detail on his experience yesterday. First time for you yesterday, right, Blake? I hope it was. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Talk about San Giuseppe's yesterday.
It was as good for me as it was for you. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Tim, for that great video clip. Jira Media following me in to do a wonderful food review of San Giuseppe's. And let me tell you something. All jokes aside, they had a nice, crispy crust. The appropriate amount of cheese, the appropriate amount of condiments. The pepperoni wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. The ricotta, the mozzarella, and the meatball pizza was a very Italian flavored pizza. Being married to an Italian, I like real, authentic Italian. And the big surprise, after ordering the two pieces,
bonus.
They brought out the grandma's pizza, which I hadn't heard of. But after trying the grandma's pizza, this is like his grandmother took everything from the kitchen. You got the dough, she throws out the cheese, a little leftover sauce, and some pesto. That pizza, which wasn't shown here, was my favorite pizza. Very Italian, very authentic, and it had that made from grandma flavor. So big shout out to San Giuseppe's Pizza. Get over there. Try the grandma's pizza if you like a real authentic Italian pizza. It was awesome. And the $4 cookie, I've never had so much chocolate in one bite. I mean, it was absolutely delicious. And I'm glad that Pat picked up the bill because I didn't have to pay for it.
It was a great deal too. I mean, a couple slices and a soda for $10.99. You can't beat that. Do me a favor, shut those birds up behind you. They're freaking flapping away.
A small BB gun for the birds? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Lois doesn't like that.
Can you give us the address?
We have there. It's on the food review.
It's like guess
that we did.
So if you
it's
go to
on
airport,
Vanderbilt Beach Road,
in airport, right next to Food to Thought,
Right.
in that plaza,
Oh,
not
right
next
behind
to
the Alamo.
Got it.
Really
Got
easy.
it. Got it.
Right behind the
All
Alamo,
I needed
little
was
strip mall, San Giuseppe's Pizza. Can't miss it. Beautiful. The interior of the restaurant was great, just small enough that you could have 7 or 8 tables. But they had a great spread of pizza, all types of different pizzas.
Yeah, usually when you can only
know,
get pizza by the slice, they have mushroom, pepperoni, cheese. But at San Giuseppe's, they had about 10 different varieties of slices of pizza that you can do, and
even chicken and bacon ranch. I mean, they had a wide variety of some really traditional pizzas, some different styles of pizzas, and of course, like I said, the grandmas.
That's why I got the
wanna touch
grandmas.
on that. San Giuseppe's grandma's pizza. The crust was different. It was just different than your normal slice of pizza. It was really good. I'll be going back for a grandma's pizza in the near future.
How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
Blake approved.
Nice. Yeah, we
Lois,
definitely.
Pineapple on a pizza?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. My wife loves it. I'm not a big fan of pineapple.
And she's
on
Italian.
And I do love it.
I
Do
know.
you like it? I like the Hawaiian pizza.
No, I
You
don't like
it?
it.
I do.
No.
Why?
I mean, I have to say, I've never
I
tried
like-
it.
We
Like
actually
the
put
sound of it.
we actually put the hot honey on our pizza.
Oh,
yesterday.
I've seen
Tried it.
that. Yes, I've
I
seen
think
that.
we're gonna. are you gonna-
I wasn't a fan. It took away. It was the sweet. I'm not a big fan of sweet on my pizza. So
I like everything on my pizza. The kitchen
we
sink.
saw that.
I've got to play
yesterday.
Pat's
Yeah,
video if I
video.
don't. Blake, just bear with us. I got to play Pat's video because if I don't, he's right next to me. He's going to be really upset. So his little take on the pizza as well. Let's go ahead and run that.
Oh, look, there's Grandma.
Yeah, we're live here at Giuseppe's Pizza, Naples, Florida. And you guys are going to
Look at the wrist action there.
We call the Jira.
A
Strong.
lot of practice.
Strong wrist action.
Wrist
action.
Look how smooth it is.
He has a lot of practice with that right
kitchen
hand.
offers as condiments or accoutrement, and he adds it to his pizza.
You
Now,
basically
I won't be
ruin it.
surprised if he puts the
No,
Diet Coca-Cola
Made
or the
a
hot
very
honey
good
on
pizza
top,
great.
or maybe even an ice cube or two. I mean, he's gonna
Look at
put
that
the weirdest
beautiful
things on
design.
his food.
Little hot honey.
What the
Lois?
heck?
Little hot honey.
When he goes out to
Oh,
eat.
my God.
Quite
Sophisticated taste bouts. That's what we call that in the streets, Lois.
No, it's not sophisticated.
What do you mean?
It's not.
It's got a lot on it.
It's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Going more.
Just when you thought I had enough parm on there,
Yeah, just
go for more.
He's good.
I think San Giuseppe's is out of Parmesan cheese after my visit.
He's a folder. He likes to fold.
Folder.
He likes to fold. I do fold under pressure.
That's probably the hot hunt. That's probably the hot hunt. Yeah. Okay. You heard it here first. He likes the
Good pizza.
orgasm in his mouth.
And it really didn't need anything else on it. I don't want to do it injustice because it is great pizza, but I think Tim and Blake, that was not a skit. When we go out, I like to put variety of stuff, whether it's my food, coffee, whatever. You know? So
I watched him put wonton soup on top of his fried rice this week. So yeah, this is not a skit. This is how Patrick Jira eats.
This is
It
not a skit.
Unbelievably weird, but you know what? I do weird stuff too. So that's just
yeah, but your weird stuff is mine's at least food related, but that's besides the point.
Well,
Listen,
behind closed doors. That's another topic.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
hey, speaking of which, you gonna do anything about those birds?
Leave those birds alone.
I'm out here enjoying Mother Nature and God's beautiful creation on a Friday, talking about food, love and life. I mean, what more do you guys want? You want 15 minutes of
Just a BB gun.
the best live 239 you can get? I'm bringing it to you guys. I'm bringing it. I bring props. I'm dressed up for the role. What do you guys want from me?
You get an A++ for effort.
We want to hear you. We don't want any distractions. So that's all we ask for, Chef.
Appreciate that. Make sure my podcast uploads.
Don't add any
Speaking
more
of that.
stress to him.
Yeah, there's
No,
people that tuned in.
Thank you
People
so
tuned
much.
in today. Just
I have a pretty good feeling that it probably didn't record.
no, it definitely recorded. That's not the problem.
We're just Oh, it's all good. He's got it. It's good. He's gonna replay it. Well, thank you, Chef. We appreciate you. You're a contractor and a chef.
Yeah, when do you have time to do these contracting stuff? You're out eating pizza and doing food reviews.
I don't sleep, sir.
Which
You
one
don't.
do you prefer more, the chef or the contracting?
100% contracting, but I love food, as you guys know. I'm very enthusiastic about food. Becker Custom Builders is my main focus.
The best.
But, I still have to take lunch. So the beauty is, when I take lunch, we film it, we talk about it, and then we review it. And it's the best of both worlds. And I'm going to be able to take my wife out on a few date nights here shortly and be able to do a couple more food reviews at some fine dining establishments. We're really excited for these. Mom says funny. Thank you, Mom. I love you. And if it wasn't for our moms, we'd have no viewers on here. We appreciate the moms.
Hey, speaking of which, your mom's watching too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mrs. Becker.
Hey, have some hot honey on his hot honey. That'll be.
Oh man, I'm about to go get some hot honey right now. So, all right, boys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Enjoy the
Appreciate
day.
you, brother.
Slay the day.
We appreciate
And
you.
we'll see you guys soon.
All
Thank
right,
you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Yes, Chef.
Hey,
Thank you,
Chef
Chef.
is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets into it, man. Blake Becker
People were
gets
asking
into
me
it.
what time he was coming on. They specifically wanted to tune in to Chef Blake Becker's weekly food review. So there you have
There we
it.
go.
Big shout out to San Giuseppe's. So that's going to be our new official pizza spot, Tim.
And we got a good one next to us.
We do.
But we're
we do.
waiting for him to jump on, and we got San Giuseppe's good stuff.
Yeah, I know Jen Mitchell, Larry, Dan Colwell, a lot of people recommend it, so we finally got to try it, and they did not disappoint.
I love the picture with the angel wings.
Yeah.
How cute is that?
Not Blake Becker cute.
Not Blake, San Giuseppe cute.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I need a new ladder stairs to my garage. Does Becker do that?
I think he does everything.
He
Yeah,
does.
Okay.
He do everything.
All right.
Yeah, he
Becker
does
Custom Builders.
Yeah.
The premier luxury home
Mike keeps
remodeler.
going up in my attic, and I'm
Actually, I
like,
did the
Southwest
same
Florida.
thing in my house too.
Why don't you
no,
get-
good. Let's get a
Kinda fun.
twofer.
Let's get a twofer.
Buy one,
Yeah,
get
let's
one.
do
A
that.
BOGO.
Let's
You
do
got any
that.
BOGO.
BOGOs going on, Blake?
BOGO
Yeah,
twofer.
we definitely got to do that. Little bit of the congressman is going to be coming to Bonita Springs.
Who's that?
Never.
Never.
Congressman.
Byron Donalds?
Byron
Never
Donalds.
heard of him.
Never heard of him? No. Good friend of yours.
No, Byron. Yeah.
Yeah, Byron's good. And then save the date hometown kickoff rally. A lot of people ask me, how much does this cost? And this one, I believe you just have to RSVP. And you are there.
What a cool spot to pick too for a campaign kickoff.
Yeah, that's a cool
Sugar
place to
Shack. So shout out to Team Donalds, Jesse, Erica, Chris Hudson, Byron. Great spot to do a kickoff rally. That's going to be very, very cool.
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
I like the logo too that they had made up too.
Yeah,
for
it's good. My
Donald's,
my
yeah.
thoughts on the congressman running for our governor.
Well, I think makes all the sense in the world. I mean, what position next other than president, which I think he will be one day. I think he should have been the vice presidential pick, but
I think he's in the right spot.
He's in the right spot. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So, and I think I know we got a long way to go before the election, but anything something unforeseen happening, he's the clear-cut favorite. And I think with President Trump's endorsements and all these endorsements coming out, it's basically showing people you should not get in this race because your chances are very limited in beating Congressman Donalds to be the next governor of Florida. So I really don't see who could really challenge him other than Casey DeSantis could possibly give him a run for his money. But other than that, I don't really see any serious competition for Congressman Donalds, soon to be Governor Donalds in the great state of Florida. So how blessed are we to go from Governor Scott, Governor DeSantis to hopefully Governor Donalds? I mean, that's a back-to-back.
Yeah. No, that's a big
Powerhouse.
Keeping Southwest Florida and Collier County big.
Keeping Florida great.
I know that I'm not going to be here, Congressman. I know you listen to our show, but I'm not going to be here.
Cancel the rally, Byron.
Yeah, cancel the rally. I'll be
Tim's not
out of the
going.
country. I'll be in Puerto Rico. Actually, I'll be within.
Maybe we can move
nice.
maybe move the
Yeah,
dates.
I'll be in Puerto Rico.
Tim's not
But I am
going.
100% behind you and Erica, and everything that I can do from here till the time this campaign and election hits. I'm behind you 100%. I got a great team of people.
Yeah,
I think
you do.
that will probably be getting behind you any way we can as well. So 100% support, and we want to keep Southwest Florida on the roadmap to our government. So yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely where we need to be.
And get the legislators out of home rule.
Yeah.
Sorry, just had to throw
Lois is throwing that home rule out.
I'm
Did
not-
you do a little research on it?
From what I could read, I can't give you enough, but if they are going after home rule, if they're trying to set up and say you have to do certain things that the legislators do, or else, is kind of what happened. So I'm not.
You don't want to just totally.
I got to figure out what it is. Anytime you start messing with home rule, that's not a good thing. Even though we don't have it in Collier County, but we should have it, but we don't.
Yeah, but I will tell you, we do have quite a bit going on in Collier County, and also without going into a lot of detail, I want to talk a little bit about the studio and what we do here. So, Studio 239, people always ask me, what is it? I have a podcast which is 239 Uncensored. Our studio is Studio 239 LLC, and then we have 239 Live, which is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday show that goes from 8 to 10. Today's going to be cut off at 9:15 because I got to run to a celebration life / funeral. Next week, we're going to be on spring break. I will be out of the country as well, but we'll be on spring break. But we'll be coming back on, I believe, that following Monday. Lois, you know what that day is? The following Monday.
I think it's
the following Monday,
31st.
31st.
Okay,
And we got something exciting going on the 31st too.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got something really exciting. We've got. We'll announce.
Okay,
that.
yeah, we'll hold off on it. No, we'll hold
bring it
off
up.
on it because we'll get all the
the
Wait a minute,
Naples
that's
Naples legends, football legends from the Hilton.
oh.
Yeah,
We're
we'll-
going to be doing remote podcast from the Naples Hilton. Shout out to Patrick Dearborn, Mike Bird, and Blake Becker for making that happen. So
Nice.
we're very excited about that.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a super event. It always is. Anytime you can bring folks in that have been so instrumental in the success of the NFL and bring them here to Naples and people get a chance to
You're going to
talk.
have Joe Theismann there at Too Tall Jones. Dan,
Tall
don't call me
Jones,
Rich
yeah.
Hampton.
Yeah.
There's going to be some big names out there.
Rich Hampton, he's good.
I said, Dan, don't call me Rich Hampton.
Okay, there you go. So Rich Hampton was good
shout-
playing in the NFL.
Yeah, love Rich Hampton
Yeah.
lately.
So you can do podcasts remote in different places?
We can, Lois. We can.
We can do anything.
Well,
We can do 'em in
wanna
space. We'll
really
travel
wanna
anywhere
Do like
for-
the I know you've done the parade, but they've got a little bit more of an elaborate setup, and they can connect to the actual channel. But those are some things we want to do. We come on live and do. The thing is, every time we move the set, obviously it takes time.
You move
and
the whole
resources.
set, you move the table.
Well,
just
we're working on that.
Oh, yes,
We're working
yes.
on
This
that.
table's very
Work in progress.
popular.
Yeah, this table's
Is it?
pretty popular.
Yeah, there's a whole backstory
Yeah,
to
it's-
that. But
we have a
and
lot
then
of
we're
fun
going
with
to
it.
be going out back to the kitchen mini bar here at some point. to do a live
Kitchen mini
podcast.
bar. I
And
know
then-
we got a couple events at the Hilton.
Yep, and then we got a big one in June that we're going to do. So
have Becker build you a new one that's easier to collapsible and easier to take around.
That's what we need to do, man.
That's
Just
what
a
you
little
need to do.
a little pop-up table.
yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Save your time,
Built
effort,
by
and energy.
Becker 239 Live Table.
There you
We
go.
could do it. But yeah, so a couple things too. We were kind of going on it. So we have a lot going on here. But if you are interested in a lot of businesses, they might want to do a one-off. We can get reels from it. We have that service. Also, if you want to do a full-blown podcast, we are here to help you do that. We'll get it running for you. We'll drop the files. We have editing services. We have reels. We have whatever you want to do to market
Social media.
your business. That's what we're going to do. And Lois doesn't know this yet, but we are also going to do some virtual events. We're fundraising events here in the
nice, yeah.
studio.
Oh, yeah.
So we can actually put like a QR code up, and people can go on and donate. We're going to have
Nice.
giveaways and all that stuff. So I know we want to maybe start one of those with the military museum. They're in a situation now where we have to move out of the airport, and we're trying to find a location. We originally were going to do something out in Golden Gate with a new facility, but
That's going to take a while to do
and they
that.
don't want the museums there.
They don't want it there?
Well, that's a whole
okay.
nother
All right,
thing.
that's
Yeah.
a whole nother.
Yeah,
that's
so-
why somebody
I
said
think-
don't bring that up.
Yeah, I think under the
Requirements?
guidelines of the grant.
It couldn't be that.
museum. Yeah, I mean, so they've offered us a couple other places, but we're looking maybe more for a retail area, kind of similar to what you have with St. Matthew's House with a
Right.
resale shop.
Right,
if we can
right.
get something
Something
about
bigger.
that size, we can something bigger than what we're in now, because we don't want to let this drop.
No, we
wanna
gotta
make
get
sure we
on
keep it
that.
rolling.
And you want to shout out the people that do podcasts at Studio
please
239
do.
too?
Yeah,
I
please
mean,
do.
we have Built by Becker, obviously, Politic and Jira Larry Love, Relentless Hope, John Huffman, Aircraft Broker Academy, just to name a few.
Aircraft.
And then we have an exciting project that's coming to fruition today, basically a podcast duo that coming together to do one podcast. I'll do a sneak preview later today, so stay tuned for that. Very exciting project, and I know I'm leaving some people out, but we have a ton of great people at Studio 239 doing their podcast, so great place to be. The energy, the vibe, like Blake says, it's not just a podcast studio, it's a movement, and you can see that, feel that. We have great synergy here, and
it's
your
great.
story starts here. Oh, and then you kind of let the cat out of the bag, but we got another person who's going to start doing their podcast from here. So, next question.
Podcasts up to kazoo. Hey, listen, this has been a great.
All right, so how do they find out? They
Great
call you
Friday.
to contact you to get information?
Yeah, just give us a call here at just actually message us in either Facebook, YouTube. Give us a call. We'll put that information up. We're going to be gone next week. So remember, we're going to be back on March 31st, 8 a.m. We're cranking it up. But hey,
because we're living on a prayer.
Patrick, I'm trying to mess with the buttons.
Down here in the swamps, in the woods.
Okay, we got to get a little zoom in.
Take my hat and I'm home.
Hey, how'd you like to go to a club and see that guy dancing?
No.
I bet the girls are dying to get.
Of course, we would love to. We love Patrick.
Yeah,
we love Patrick.
Yeah, we love him.
We also like to harass him.
Everybody, see that center camera? We need you all to point at that center camera.